Right. I am I'm I'm fresh off of doing this GM. My god, I'm glad I got the finish and I was really happy that I did it. But man, was this such a ball ache. Okay, I don't think you can swear in the first 7 seconds. This GM. It sucks so much. I mean, it's good. I like it. Okay, I'm not its biggest hater, but like it's so long. It's so long, and you make a mistake in the boss room or something like that, and then that's it. Like half an hour gone. Bye bye weekend. Hope you have fun and get Sam back to orbit with no late. So like this isn't a difficult GM, but it's long and you make one mistake and then that's it. You're punished for it and then, yeah, straight back to orbit. I've spent too much time doing this GM. And all because last week I put up a build, the Inmost Coyote, which is what you're seeing. The entire reason why I'm even doing this in the first place was because I said I didn't want to do a GM because Oscillation was there. The footage didn't look good, so I was like, I'm going to do a GM this week and show that this build is really good. Yeah, like 3 days later, so many deaths, all because I was just being an idiot and playing stupid. The build is great. You're going to see exactly what the build does here, and this is, I think, a 30-minute run. I haven't really looked online to see if that's kind of like a really good speed for this GM, or maybe if that's kind of like average. I don't know. All I can say is that the build felt like it was putting in so much work, covering for all the awful mistakes I was making, which means that it was definitely good for that. Sorry, I haven't really talked much about the GM so far. I don't really do like commentaries with these. I mean, you can kind of like see what happens from the footage, but honestly, I'm doing this more out of just like excitement after finally getting a clear of this gem. It took too long. It took way too long. Yeah, you can do a little skip across here, and I think they're like a Cyclops, the one that shoots like the big purple ball, and I think there's a barrier here, but you still get platinum at the end, and you can just skip this whole thing. Plus, I find this area like a little bit of a time waste, so I skip it anyway. If you're wanting the build at the end, you can already see the guns. I'm using this scout because it one-shots these things, which is really nice. It's anti-barrier, but we've got Fast of Dawn, and this is like a melee spam build, so I'm not really using a scout for anti-barrier here. In fact, just Anarchy and Fast of Dawn together, and I've also got a Tanisha's on. That's plenty. Yeah, the Anarchy is here just because it was Arc Surge, and it felt so good. It put in so much work. I mean, you see what it does, but it's got like rapid impacts. It's got the weaken as well from the seasonal artifact at the minute. It's just like great in this build. And then the star of the show, even more than Anarchy and my scouts, is Tanisha's. I talked about it in the build, but I really don't think I gassed it up as much as I should have. This is such a workhorse gun in the build. It's insane how much it does here, because we've got Dustfield and Winter Shroud dodge, and that is pretty much it for getting like the bonus regen that you get from Winter Shroud. So having this gun just in the build makes it so good. Like if you have got a Tanisha's Mastery, if you can put up with the Slog of Iron Banner, then do, because if you end up getting chill clip air trigger, chill clip loose change, I think there's one other that increases reload speed. Like it's great. It's great. It makes the build feel good. Sometimes there's guns like that where it doesn't feel like so right. You stick on a gun and then it just feels perfect, and that's what Tanisha's Mastery is for this setup. I think you maybe see here, there's kind of like little box thing in the left where the ads are. Sometimes if you get slow or the boss gets too close to the wall, he can actually stamp through, which is really annoying. Oh, also, these wyverns that you see, like the little dots above their head with the star, those shouldn't have spawned in yet. That is as far as like the runs I've done, and And trust me, I've done plenty. Not that I've got through plenty. I've got through one solo, but I've done it enough to know that they shouldn't be there just yet. But I normally just super these, and yeah, but you can clear them pretty quickly. Yeah, I should probably actually start talking about what I'm doing. We have gone, if you're wondering why the super gains are so fast, one, it's a roaming super, but two, we've got double dynamo and distribution. So every single time we dodge, 8% of it's super. I mean, you can see just on those 2 dodges there, we got like a bunch of super energy. It's just what the build does. The amount of orbs is from kind of a mix between heavy-handed and also curative orbs. To be honest, I've only just started using them. I mean, as many people have, because it's new, but it's insane. Like, it's so good. I mean, I wasn't running anything with attrition orbs here because I wanted this exact setup of Tanishas and Wayfarers for heal clip and incandescent because I got a knife trick too. So I didn't have attrition orbs or something like that. And yeah, curative orbs just made this so nice. We've also got recuperation on the legs just for a little bit of healing when you pick up an orb. So yeah, having curative here was a game changer. If you can, use this build at the minute because some of the seasonal artifact mods, this isn't a stasis build, it's like season of stasis kind of thing, but you can use a lot of stuff here. Brain Freeze is so nice in the build. It just sets up these really nice freeze combos because you get damage boosted melees when something's frozen. And yeah, it really helps out with that. And you can kind of just see what the build is doing. Knife trick for regen, and dodging, and using Tanisha's chill clip and dust field. And yeah, that's the build. It's so spammy, and also it's a really, really good build at getting Transcendent. I don't know how many times I went Transcendent here. I probably could have done it more, but you can spam this stuff so much. It's really strong. Then I said this at the start, but the whole point of me doing this was to prove that I could with this build, because the whole idea behind my channel, I mean, for the Destiny build stuff at least, is niche but competitive. I think the fact that it's soloed this GM, which it's like easy at some points, difficult at others, but I think it's just a testament to it being a good build. Again, that's what I really try and make on the channel. Builds that are off meta, little niche, you know, you're not going to see many people using them, but you're going to have so much fun when you do use one of them. Yeah, the build is strong, the build is so much fun. You're just rolling around on the floor and, and then just killing stuff for doing so. Yeah, I mean, as for what's actually going on in the GM, we're starting overloads and we're just moving through. In this next segment, I'll kill the overload here, and then you want to book it straight away to the left hand side. You can kind of peek over the wall, and if those harpies are kind of like in their aggressive mode, you either have to wait for them to kind of like de-aggro, or just kill them. No, sorry, I couldn't think of the word there. Or just shoot them. But yeah, this little area here, it's a really nice spot. If your skimming doesn't go over, make sure to shoot it. That thing can genuinely put you down to like red bar health. And then this is one thing that's really nice about Anarchy here, is that it's super like non-brisky damage. I can pop a couple of shots over, jump with Tanishas, get rid of the modifier just by running around a little bit, and then there you go, that wyvern's just dead. I think the other one is like way off in the distance, which was really annoying. Yeah, so normally this thing is way closer. It should be kind of like in front of me now, but I was trying to like shoot it to get its attention. I think I popped like an Anarchy shot over, but there's too many ads here to kind of run over and kill it. You just get blown up. There's only one part in this GM where you can really skip the Cyclopses, and that's when it's like the big drill. We've got Silk Strike for a reason in this build. One, I mean, it's a great super roaming, so it gets insane regen speeds, but also because for that segment, you can grapple across like the entire thing. And as soon as you hit the boss room as well, there's a rally flag. So you can literally just super across like that drill area and then just bam, you can super as soon as you get back into the boss room. Which I recommend you do, by the way. This build has got some amazing super regen. And then when you just use the build, you get Transcendence, and then with all the abilities you can spam during that too. Yeah, I mean, you've been watching. You see what it's doing. It's very spammy. Here I was like, have the ads spawned in, and then they all just kind of appeared. Winter Shroud dodge there for the overload stun on the Minotaur, and then you can kill the ads in the middle, and maybe the one up top if you're quick with Silk Strike. Like I see here, I've got a little bit left, so I can get that one. If you don't have super for that, just shoot it with your gun. It's like it's a hobgoblin. It's not going to be run ending for you. And then here, I like to hop on top of these little bunkers. There's barriers on both sides, and then once you stand on the platform, you're going to get the supplicants. Yeah, supplicants. And then, yeah, you can just see, break the barrier. And then you just want to keep Facet of Dawn up. Doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Doesn't matter if you don't land all of your knives. Just as long as you land one and you get Radiant, that's really the only thing that matters here. If you're ever wondering why our health is just kind of like going up, there's a few things in the build that are giving us healing. We have got Facet of Blessing for health regen on melee kills. Oh, okay, so here, I remember this from when I was doing this run. I was like, oh, I'll dodge for Winter Shroud. It doesn't go off, and I was scared. I was scared. Yeah, just do Winter Shroud dodge, and then get the overload. When you're in your super, these supplicants are not even a stress. You can literally explode in front of your face. I think in the next section they do, but I'm in my super, so I literally don't care about it, to be honest. Yeah, and then just capture the plane. Always just stay moving because of that modifier. Sorry, I was talking about how we were healing in the build, and then I just went onto something completely different. I should probably go back to it. We have got Facet of Blessing, health regen on melee kills. We have also got Facet of Mending. So with all the gunpowder gambles that we're throwing, it gives us a really, really nice way to heal. And then also during Transcendence as well, we've got Cure ×2 from that. Although there's an interaction, I talk about that in the main build video. I won't now, because I want people to watch that and watch this. That sounds great. But yeah, I talk about how you can kind of make your grenade heal in different ways. It can benefit from Facet of Blessing too. And then there is also recuperation on the legs and Facet of Purpose as well. That's more kind of like DR for Woven Mail for 5 seconds with Silk Strike. But, I mean, it's still really nice. You can see it's kind of like Maiden Orb of Power. Maiden Orb of Power. It's like every other kill makes an Orb of Power. If you're meleeing and dodging and breaking shields as well. Yeah, then we get the second overload. You can just pop a super here. I just dodge, overload stun. You saw me do it just before. Then we can kill this Minotaur. Pop back on the plates. When we get to this next section, you have to kind of break the Cabal out of their prison, I guess you'd call them. You're going to be able to get probably 2 supers off in this next area if you're playing kind of cautiously. I think I get 1 super off, which I use to kill the boss, and then I just rely on Transcendence. This build with Transcendence has got so much damage bundled up into it. You cause way, way, way more ignitions than you would with just like a normal Hunter Transcendence. And also, it's an inmost-like class role. They're insane at using Transcendence, so yeah, we're just going here. I remember, I think I fumbled this barrier a little bit. I think I throwing knife, yeah, missed because he does that. I'm pretty sure I just transcend her. Yeah, there you go. And then you just double Anarchy once you've broken his shield, or before. And then, yeah, you can just see. Kill him. I hop on plates straight away. And then I think I try and use as much of my Transcendence as possible. And okay, I don't have much left. I know I definitely super. I pop at least one shot onto the boss because I have Weaken from the Seasonal Artifact mod. Yeah, there you go. You can just see. Oh, Facet of Blessing also with your super. You're going to get a health regen from it for some reason. I don't know why. But if you're ever just like, okay, I'm about to die, use it. Because one, again, it's a super, you get loads of damage resist. But if you break a shield, curative orbs, healing with recuperation, and if you get a kill, health regen, that just triggers health regen. I don't know why. It does. You just work around it. And then, yeah, it's kind of like, I'm not going to die the super, which is really nice. And here, yeah, get things on the boss, get some weaken off, and there you can just see me. Yeah, this is just what Transcendence does in this build. And I'm not even working my dodges here as well, so it's technically less than what you'd normally get. Yep, there you go. Super's back up. In this next drill area, I'm pretty sure I don't get it, but on the kind of like little bridge at the back, there's a box. It's got ammo in it, it's special and heavy. So if you find you're running low on stuff, you can just go grab that. I don't think I do. I can't remember if I do or not. But if you need ammo at any point during that fight, I just hop over there. And you do kind of want to play on that bridge a little bit here, because there's going to be 2 waves, I think, of supplicants. And then those little kind of like drones that hide in like the red kind of cubey box mist thing. You see what I'm talking about when I shoot them. But I like playing in that back area because you can, like, they really are kind of like super clear. When you're back there, the amount of times I've died in this area to getting hit with one of the detain, that's what it's called. Getting hit with one of the little detain dudes, and then a supplicant. Yeah, too many. Trust me when I say to watch out for them because I've died to them enough. Too much. But yeah, here you go. You can just see at some point I think I back up because maybe those supplicants are coming. Again, this is just quite a safe spot to play from. Oh, one thing with the fanatics. Yeah, fanatics. It's a bit like Cursed Thrall, where it's kind of iffy with what it's going to proc on getting a kill. They're not going to... I've got this gun for heal clip in Incandescent. Heal clip is really nice in this build, just because it's another way to get survivability. But your... What am I thinking? Sorry, the fanatics are not going to give you heal clip off of your scout. I don't know why. It's kind of similar to Cursed Thrall where it doesn't do it, but they are going to work off of Facet of Mending. So you're going to get Cure off of Gunpowder Gamble from your Hellfire Spike, but I don't know if they work off of Facet of Blessing too. I can't remember. I would just say play kind of safely around them, you know, don't get too close, don't get shot too much by them, and you'll be chilling. Again, here you can just see I'm playing from the back. I made it a kind of rule to myself because, again, I kept on dying here, to not move up on this barrier until those detaining dudes came and the supplicants came as well. Yeah, you've got fanatics here as well, so you don't really have a lot to proc heal clip off of. So I found just for this short little bit, it seemed right to kind of stay back and just stay moving so you don't get hit with the debuff. And yeah, there you go. You can see that the supplicants are spawning in, and there's little detaining things too. One nice thing, they are affected by slow. So just being able to have Tanishas there to just kind of slow them down in their tracks. And you should see me start to move up. Just again, clearing ads. I would honestly really recommend using a scout rifle. If you have this scout rifle, you can use it too. But yeah, now I know that those supplicants are gone. I just move up. Again, chill clip for the overload stun. And then just knife, grenade, try and get Anarchy on here. And then yeah, the Overloader is going to get caught in the slow here too. And then just rinse and repeat. If you ever see me dodging, literally just having a knife charge and just dodging, it's because Winter Shroud gives a 50% damage resist, which is a lot. I mean, if we're kind of like comparing this to things, it's better than Woven Mail, like quite a lot better than Frost Armor. Again, like it's a Coyote build, you dodge a lot. So if you, yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it here. If you can kind of work it in with melees, try do. But if you ever just need to dodge because you're like, I need damage resist right now, then like never feel bad for doing that. This build is so spammy, you kind of don't have to be careful with your abilities. Here, you don't have to do this. I like shooting across. These guys kind of like shoot little lasers at you, so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to have a safe run. Let's just kill them. Then you just move forward. There's a couple of goblins here that I always kill before moving ahead. Then I get those things in the kind of red box. I don't even know what to call them. And yeah, just keep on moving forward. Do this. You're going to have an overload on the left, which I like to have either Chill Clip, or if I had Duskfield, that's probably going to be the best thing. I mean, I didn't here. But then just Chill Clip, Knife, Anarchy. Get a dodge off because I'm close. And you can see Duskfield from the slow there just stops its health regen. And then you're also going to have a barrier up ahead as well. I think, if I remember, I think I fumbled the barrier a little bit. I dodged there so I get a melee charge for Radiance. Break through. Yeah, I don't actually know what happened to my knife there. Now that I'm watching it, that was like a perfect direct hit. I think maybe it hit one of the Anarchy bullets. Here, I'm like, I'm going to dodge again, so I actually have a knife for this. Land one, 5 seconds of Radiant, anti-barrier, and that's a dead barrier champ. Yeah, so this drill section, you can see it up ahead. There's a Overload and a Hydra here, but it's not difficult at all. I would say don't super. Save your super. Also, I'm getting like followed by one of these little, yeah, you can see it kind of going around me. I was like, is he gonna, okay, there you go. Yeah, for this next part, save your super. You can either plink away at the Cyclopses with a scout, and this can take a couple of minutes, or you can have a really safe crossing with your super and just kind of clear these out with guns and abilities, which I would recommend way more. You can also pull your skim round over this. Why you would want to do that? Maybe risk your run, I don't know, but you can if you want to. You can be my guest. But I wasn't going to do it here after after taking too long to do this whole thing. And as well, it's Silk Strike. You can literally just grapple your entire way across. And this path that I'm on right now, I would say just stay on this the entire time. No need to kind of move across. There's not very many ads here either. And there, you can see. That could take ages if you didn't have a super. And you could get blown up if you were doing that on a skimmer. So I think the super is normally just the way to go here. And yeah, again, you got a rally flag here. The only thing I did for this run was save my heavy till the end. I had one run just before where I got to this boss room and I had no Anarchy shots, and I think it's probably what cost me the run, because one, I just didn't have kind of like enough damage from my guns, but also I missed out on quite a lot of the super regen that Anarchy would give you, which is a lot. Again, it's a roaming super. After the changes, it does a lot of damage, and sorry, a lot of damage, gives a lot of regen for your super. But yeah, I ran out of ammo, so I kind of said to myself, listen, I'd rather have kind of slower first 2 phases and actually have ammo in the end than not. Here you can just see dodging, transcending. I could have done that way before, to be honest. And then, yep, just going forward. A Tanisha's shot and a... I don't know why I haven't reloaded yet. I think I popped super here because I panic. Yeah, the boss does like a little teleport thing, and I was like, oh, okay, I might die. But yeah, again, I get a kill with my super, and that instantly triggers health regen. I have absolutely no clue what happened here, but I promise you, I jump. I jump before I hit the floor, but the game's like, what do you think you actually hit the floor? Yeah, it literally just like rockets me down to the ground, at which point I was so panicked because I'm now looking at 4 snipers. There we go. This is why you might want to heal clip sometimes. It's so nice. For this section, hide behind one of these pillars, just blink away at the boss with Anarchy, Tanishas. Again, even if you're not getting a melee charge from it, you can just dodge, 50% damage resist. It's really nice. And you can see here, just super balanced Transcendence as well. We have this pretty much up whenever we need it. And yeah, that's a pro of this build, because it's Duskfield Winter Shroud and Knife Trick. We just have a really kind of nice balanced Transcendence bar. And again, here you can just see nothing special. Hiding behind cover, just charging up my super from Anarchy, doing a bunch of damage. And then, yep. Oh, here. Okay, some of these ads, they normally despawn when he does this, because he's teleporting down below. He should have teleported down below already. And then these ads are still here, which I was kind of a little bit shocked by. Yeah, there you go. Now they disappear. And then we come down. I just GPG, Duskfield. You've seen it all before. Okay, these mines, genuinely be careful for them. Take the time to shoot them. Don't just be like, oh, I'll avoid them afterwards. Trust me, shoot them. They will catch you off guard when you're having to run around and stuff. Again, that is if you even have a mine bane here. The odds of that happening are probably pretty low. But yeah, now it's just kind of take it slow, double Anarchy shots on the boss at a time. You know, don't rush it. Make sure that you're clearing out ads and that you're not getting overwhelmed by them. Again, you're going to have quite a lot of fanatics here. Just remember that... Remember? I'm making up new words. Remember that you don't get heal clip off of them. And yep, here I'm just thinking away with Silk Strike. And okay, there's probably going to be a little gap in the recording because my footage just stopped playing for a second. Yeah, again, like, you can just see what's happening. I hope I transcend here. I should. Oh, those grenades, by the way, they're kind of full blinding. Okay, yeah, kill these things. If you have a super, you can actually grapple up, and you can do the kind of right-click spin on them. Here, I just melee kill because I wanted some health regen, plus orbs if I ever have to go pick them up for recuperation. I'm with Mel. But yeah, you can just see clearing these out. Off of these, obviously, you get heal clips. Again, if you need to kind of use them like heal clip batteries, you can. But there, just back to the boss. Stay moving so you don't get hit with the debuff. Double Anarchy shots, just because that's the kind of max amount of damage you can get with that thing. And then I've got my super here. I don't think I use it. I really was just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to save my super. Unless I don't. No, okay, yep. There you go, you can tell this is live because I don't even know what I'm doing. Then yeah, just kind of like as you've seen before. Okay, I popped super here because I was worried about dying and the boss is coming. Yeah, there you go, you can go up and then just right click, clears most of them out. Leaves one super low health, which again isn't a bad thing if there are ads that aren't fanatics here that you can just kill and get heal clip off of. That's actually quite nice. Again, you can see me running around, play your cover in this room until the boss kind of charges mid, and then really play your cover. Again, I didn't need heal clip, so I just killed him. I think because obviously I'm dodging with Dynamo and Distribution, I was wanting to try charge up some super here. Yeah, you can see I didn't use my melee on that first one. Okay, Transcend. Hopefully I dodge again for some super. Okay, I didn't hit it there. And then yeah, just clear these ads. Honestly, they're kind of more scary than the boss because he might stay back like he does here. And just clear them. What I'm actually trying to do is get my super, just because I know at the range that he's at now, a couple of anarchy shots, and if I've got my super, then this is going to be the run. And yeah, I see his health, get weaken off once more, get kinetic impacts for the GL, and then just super him down. And that's the run, and that's the build. There you go. I hope I actually proved that this was something that's worth your time, because it's such a good build, but it's also so much fun. If you're wanting to solo this, I guess I probably left it a little late, but best of luck. I don't envy you, but this build is actually going to get you some pretty fast runs if you're using it in a good way. So hopefully this can be your guide. I think I go through the build at the end here, but I guess I'll go through it with you. There's a Tanisha's extended mag, the backup mod 2, which is why it's got 16. Yeah, heal clip incandescent, almost like Coyote. Anarchy, obviously. Silk Strike, Knife Jerk, Dust Field, GPG, Winter Shroud, Mending, Blessing, Purpose, Ruin, Dawn, Hope. Right, that's it. See you.